up? It's your boy Dayton. Welcome back to another episode of Unbiased Sports Fan Podcast. NBA Finals are here, and today I have Paul, the basketball GOAT, back on with me today to get his thoughts on the conference finals and see who he thinks is going to be taking home the championship. Also, make sure to go check out his incredible podcast called the Lunch Hour Podcast,
Yes, sir.
and
Yes,
you can find
sir.
that across all platforms. Welcome back, Paul. How you been?
It's been good to be. We've been on break, but it's been a wonderful ride with this NBA playoffs. The conference finals. Then now we're kicking off with the finals. The NBA is it's in a good space right now.
Yep. And we said that, man, when we were talking about it. Especially that we all know the Thunder went down. Not many
Didn't I?
people were picking that. But
I told you.
my man over here did call that. What an incredible series, though, as
That was a
opposed to the
wonderful
other
seven
side.
game series.
Dude, we'll start with the East. The Knicks, bro. No one saw this coming.
I did not expect the Knicks to be just manhandling everybody in the East to win. Like it's like as soon as they went down 2-1 to Atlanta, it's like this switch just turned on in New York where they won three straight there. Then you
Yeah.
won four straight against like you manhandled Philly, like just destroyed them. And then Cleveland, again, I say and I'll say this again time and time and time again. James Harden is not that guy.
You said they would run out of steam, too.
I'm like,
Bro,
I
the Knicks
go
won
ahead.
11 in a row. Sweep
Like,
in the conference finals is crazy.
I didn't, that wasn't on my bingo card. I did not, I expected at least the Cleveland to put up a fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I really thought, I don't know what's going on. I seen these two clips after Cleveland got swept. One, they were saying that trading for James Harden and getting rid of Garland and a bunch of those players for James Harden clearly did not move the needle like they thought they were, and that the fact that they're possibly thinking about extending him for another 2, 3 years,
They're just digging
and it
themselves deeper at this point.
and it's like somebody said I saw another clip talking about how Donovan Mitchell is literally in repeat, like with what he had in Utah all over again. He has all this
Yep.
potential, but yet he can't get over that hump. And I'm like, is
You
it
think it's
him?
because, yeah, you think it's because they're like, they should have let that young core just grow, and now they're kind of screwing them with, all right, we're going to trade all
Yeah.
these guys and just bring in some veterans. But at this point, man, you should have just, they weren't bad
No.
with
And now
Garland and all them. Like,
they're talking about possibly either trading Jared Allen or Evan Mobley for Giannis.
see, that's
And
another
I'm like,
thing. What? I mean, how many games Giannis play this year?
he didn't play
Did
the
he
whole
was he hurt?
season. He was hurt majority of the season.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's like
I don't
I don't
know.
know.
I don't know. I don't know. And then the thing, I think Donovan Mitchell, if not this year, next season, he's up for contract extension. But I think they're going to be talking about it this summer about his contract extension. And if I'm Donovan Mitchell, I'm not signing crap until you show me like that you're actually going to try to build something. Because it's like
Right.
there's no way on this earth you're going to tell me that James Harden is the answer for y'all to get to the finals.
Uh, that's what I'm saying. You need some young guys that I mean, Giannis and James Harden. They've done it all
Yeah,
already. You know, like
Giannis is 30. I mean, James Harden's, I think, like 36, 37 years old. Giannis is like 33, 34. He still might have juice in his tank, but it's like
these
you
young guys
can't
coming
tell
up,
me.
man.
I'm like, you got rid of Garland for whatever reason because you thought that he couldn't be that point guard for y'all's future, but it's like
Right.
you traded him for somebody that's on his way out.
Right. And it's
And
just
if
going to
he
get worse.
right, like if he accepts his player option for next year, it's like almost $42 million for James Harden next year before the contract extension. So you're gonna pay a 37, 38-year-old man. I think it could be I think it's like $42 million for his player
But
option.
that don't make any sense. And you called that the very first episode
He
you were on here.
disappears.
You did. You're like, you see him right now in form, but I mean, he's going to disappear at some point. And what do you know?
Gone.
Everybody was excited. Cleveland was excited. Then get swept in the Eastern Conference Finals.
You had to
Yeah,
watch another team in your home court celebrate
bro,
their trip to the finals.
that's crazy. Now on the other side, though,
That was the most magnificent 7 game series I've ever seen in my life.
yeah,
Like it was beautiful.
dude. Talk about the Knicks real quick, though,
Oh, the Knicks
bro.
are
The starting five is crazy right now, all
and
averaging 15 plus points per game. Bro,
and like they're all hitting on each cylinder, they're all holding their own weight. Nobody's trying to do too much.
right?
Everybody's playing their part and they're playing their part the way that a team is supposed to. Like even with Cat, him only averaging 17, 18 points a game, but he's still bringing in, I think, like 11 rebounds and I think like 6 or 7 assists. So he's still
Yep.
being a force. You're out here a walking double, which as a dominant big man, I need you to at least have 10 to 12 rebounds a game with 15 to 20 points a game. If you can give me that as a
Same.
big man, you're doing your job. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then you got OG being the guy that he's supposed to be defensively and offensively. You got Josh Hart all over the place, grabbing rebounds like I've never seen a shooting guard play off ball like that and just get rebounds, get glass, offensively and defensively. Like I've never seen that like the way he
He's
does it
hustling, man. And
for
then you
every
got
play.
freaking
Then you
Landry
Landry
coming
Shamet
off
on
the
here,
bench, bro.
11 for 12 from three.
Bro, he's plus 13.3 when he's on the court, too. That's
Like
crazy. Averaging
everybody, one
9.8 in 19
one through
minutes.
eight, 1 through 8 for New York
Yep.
is they're hitting, and they're not losing stride, and they're not losing focus. So that 11 game win streak just on the East side, just for them to say that they've won 11 straight, going from first round all the way to make it to the finals by not
In
losing a
the
game
playoff.
after going down 2-1. You were down 2-1,
That's crazy.
and then you never lost a game since.
That's crazy. It, it don't make sense because I feel like we were talking earlier about the teams with like the 1 through 8 got players coming off the bench where they're not missing a step, and this is exactly what they're doing.
They're
Their plus or minus is plus, even coming off the bench. It's
and they're
crazy.
pulling their
Not one
weight.
person is minus.
Nobody is slacking. If somebody even looks like this, then somebody else is stepping up. Like everybody's holding their own accountability to the floor. Everybody's playing their play, their position. Nobody's trying to outshine anybody. Everybody knows their strengths. And at the end of the day, Mike Brown has these boys
Bro.
humming and their gears are moving at the right pace and they're not slowing down.
It's like, hey, like Michigan championship. You heard Jalen? He said, I was inspired by the Michigan national championship. They're playing like them boys. Just do your part.
Just do your part. Just that's all you got to do is
He's a
play your
great
part.
leader, too, by the way. Brunson,
Jay
he's not
Brunson
one of those
is
me. He just wants to win, bro.
he is shutting everybody's opinion of him down this season alone, this playoff run alone. You got to give this man his flowers for the way that
It
he's
don't even matter
carrying
what
this.
happened from here on out.
Like
It
this
doesn't even matter.
man
Yeah.
carried this team to the NBA Finals. And for everybody, when he signed him 2 years ago, and they said this isn't going to work, he's not that guy.
Yeah, I know.
Take your foot firmly out of your mouth now,
Yeah.
because he
But is that
you went
guy?
from you went from barely making the playoffs. You made the Eastern Conference Finals last year to now getting back to the Eastern Conference and not just making it, you sweep it all the way through
12-1,
easily.
12-2 in the whole playoffs,
You dominated every single series up to this point,
bro.
like without second guessing anybody.
If I'm not gonna say it's gonna happen. We all know Knicks stole game one, but if they
That's
do
a
this, if they do this at like a 4-0, 4-1 win, this gotta be the best playoff, one of the best playoff runs ever.
I can say if let's say they're able to pull off this, complete this run out, and let's say they only lose one game in the finals. Let's say they win it 4-1, right? And they win it at home. No, they wouldn't win it. They'll win it in San Antonio. But let's just say they win it 4-1, right? That means you went 12. Wait, you went how many? It's 3 rounds, 4 rounds.
16-3.
16-3, right? You went 16-3. I can say the only other playoff championship run that can compete, I feel like there's only two that feels like that can just battle this. One, the 2011 Dallas Mavericks, because they went
Yeah.
through the Lakers, they went through OKC, and I think they also, and then that's when they beat LeBron, Dwayne, and Bosh in their first year together in Miami. Like that whole run
Yeah.
was just nuts, right? The
Right.
only other series that I can say maybe that can battle it would be, if I'm not mistaken, it was the 2001 Lakers where they went 15-1 or 16-1. They only lost one game the whole playoffs, leading to the championship, to the finals. So I'm like, but it's in the manner that the Knicks are winning, especially in the elimination games. They're beating these guys. If you look at the last two series with Cleveland and Philly, when they eliminated them, and even Atlanta, you can look at all three. The elimination game, the amount that they beat them by.
Bro, I
I
know.
believe I think it's like between 20 to 25 point margin.
Yeah, it's insane.
Like you're not just convincingly winning out these matches. You are destroying
Banking them.
these teams.
Yeah.
Like you're winning
Comfortably. As in, you can take your starters out at the end comfortably. That's
Your
what's
second
crazy.
string is in the fourth quarter. Halfway through the fourth quarter, your
That's
second string is
wild.
coming in, and you're not even when your backups, your second string, they're still humming and still
You don't lose
putting
a
belt
beat.
to ass.
Dude, it's crazy.
And it's
Now, you
like,
did mention winning at home. They could sweep and win at home. That would be insane.
it's at the rate that they're going.
Bro,
Who's gonna count them out at this point?
they already proved they just won by 10 in San Antonio.
And this is the thing, there was twice last night. Twice they were down by at least 15, 20 points.
I saw that at the beginning.
Twice. And they still, and Jalen Brunson got hurt twice.
God.
First time his knee, and then the second time in his ankle in the same freaking leg.
And he
still was out there busting his tail to lead his team to a victory.
He wants it.
Like you can't tell me Jalen Brunson isn't out here just showing that he is the number one option for this team.
Bro, 100%. And then we go switch over to the other side now. Dude, that dude, bro.
Victor Wembanyama.
You already know. He's crazy.
Like, for
you
him
talk about
only
the
being
Knicks,
22 years old.
And he's got his team in the finals.
This is the last 4 years. You've gotten Victor I think it was 2023, right? First round, first overall pick. Then the next year was Castle with the 4th overall pick. Then this year you had Dylan Harper with the 2nd overall pick and Bryant with the 14th overall pick. So you have a 3-year player, a 2nd-year player, and then 2 rookies as your foundation. Plus you still got Kendall Johnson, you got Champagne, you got Vassell, you have probably, I think it said it's the youngest squad, the 2nd youngest squad to ever reach an NBA Finals in NBA history.
See, that's wild.
The average age is, I believe, 22, 23 years.
And if they would have lost OKC, they're 100% happy with that season. They come back and
Because
now
you're already a year
they
ahead
beat the
from your
reigning
program.
champs, bro.
And you beat them at home. You beat them in Oklahoma with a rookie head coach. Like
See, that's a dynasty being built right there.
whatever happens in this NBA Finals for San Antonio, you have nothing to be upset about.
Nope.
Because you have literally a
Or worry
foundation
about.
of nothing. Your foundation is fine.
Yep.
Like you have nothing to worry about. Majority of your core players are gonna be there for years to come. Like you're gonna be fine in San Antonio.
We're
However,
gonna be
if
seeing a lot
there,
of
oh yeah,
these Western Conference finals. I'll tell you that right now.
this is
It's
gonna
gonna
be a
be one of
long
those.
thing.
Yep.
I'm like,
But
and it's interesting to see. Like, I don't know. I guess I saw it late because last year when OKC had their run to the finals, out of out of all four series, two of them went to 7 games. So it's not like they had the easiest road to their finals last year. They might be the best team on paper in the sense of how it's built and the role players and all that, and how Sam Presti builds that team. The man's playing
he
chess
knows
when
it.
it comes
Yeah.
to he's playing chess. So to say that that team was one game away from defending their finals championship run from last year, and you barely got you. I'm like, San Antonio had your number
You're
in
right.
the regular season, and you went back and forth, whatever. But this could be a rivalry for for years,
Five
for
plus years,
years.
5 to 10 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this could be a thing for the next 5 to 10 years, and it's like, who's telling what else is gonna pop off in the next few years? Because it's like they're not the only powerhouse teams. Like you still have Denver that can do anything. You still got Minnesota that can get
Yep.
better.
Timberwolves.
You like it's just. But to see
It,
San Antonio as young as they are and to perform at this kind of level at with no playoff experience on that roster, but the Aaron Fox.
that is wild. That even makes it more crazy. Like the fact that you just named them 4 teams. If the Knicks can pull this off, bro. I mean, everybody's thinking the West is winning this year. hundred
I'm
percent.
like,
Everybody thought that. I mean, like
but
before going in.
but that game one though, New York came in there talking about, hold on, don't write us off just yet. Relax.
Bro,
They came in there into San Antonio and they said, "Oh, you didn't think we could play ball? Hold on."
let me show you. Y'all sleeping on us? We're going to make you wake up. Dude, with that conference though, or that conference final, 7 players, 10 points per game, same thing. You got people coming off the bench, don't miss a beat. Wembenyama, 27.3, 10.9, 3.1, and 2.7 blocks per game is crazy.
And this is the
They
thing.
couldn't stop him.
And this is the thing about Victor. Even though how many blocks did he average that series?
2.7.
Well, people have to realize, even with those two to three blocks a game, right?
Yeah.
That's not even the biggest factor of Victor. Because if you look at a lot of the times when he was on the court, how many times people had to adjust their shots or how they
Yep.
were coming to the rim. Because it's not so much that he might block you. Like, because he's gonna block your shit.
Right.
Like, it's happening. But it's like now you're coming up the paint and you're like, oh crap. You got
Force you to
seven
do
foot.
something.
So the fact that he is forcing you to adjust your thought and adjust how you play because you don't know what's going to happen because he's that big of a factor
God.
makes him that much of a more greater player because it's like I'm not even having my hand up. It's just the sheer presence of me in the paint is
Yep.
making you think, how confident do I think I'm going to be able to get it over him? Because he's
Yep.
7'4" standing head to toe. You
And
put his hands up.
you can't see the
That's
rim. Can't see the backboard. Damn.
what are you doing? So it's like
Yeah.
if you
So it's
see the
forcing him.
amount, yeah, you see these players forcing themselves to have to readjust and rethink strategy because it's like this one player is that dominant, and he's
They
only 3 years into the league.
And then on the other side, they can't stop him. They couldn't
No,
stop him.
he could
Chet,
shoot. He could
Isaiah,
dribble.
Hartman, whatever.
No, but
Dude,
Hartenstein.
bro.
But I'm
Yeah,
like,
Hartenstein. Sorry.
he could shoot from the three. He could shoot from the corner. He could shoot from the paint. He takes like 2, 3 dribbles and his arms is already at the rim and he's still at the free throw line. Like he could
It's not
dribble.
normal.
He could post up on you. He knows how to pass the ball. Like he's just as long as he can stay healthy, he can go down as probably the greatest player to ever play this game.
He probably, yeah, I agree with that.
Because it's like,
Saying, and it's 2 years in. What you just brought up. All right, most centers, all right, if they're at the 3-point line, give them some space. You can't with him. And then if you get
no,
on him, you ain't. He's dribbling around you every time. I don't care who you are. You know,
like he's gonna find a way to get around you.
I know that's so dumb how good he is.
And it's like you only have so many people that can reach out and block him. So it's like you're gonna have to hard foul him just to slow him down. And even with that, it's like how much are you gonna slow him down?
He's gonna go right through it.
I'm
It's
like
crazy.
he
I don't see like I agree, man. They could be winning for a very long time. The Spurs,
and they're only gonna get better as time goes by. As they
right?
get more experience in the playoffs in these deep playoff runs, they're just gonna keep getting better and better. They're gonna attract other veterans to want to come jump ship and play on these teams because they see what the potential is about playing on this team. And being a veteran on this squad, one, can help you get a ring if you've been chasing a ring for the last 15 years.
Yep. There
Two,
you go. You go there.
you can help these young guys that if you've been like people like Russell Westbrook, let's say he were to jump ship and want to jump, like to have that kind of person with that kind of mentality and that kind of skill set on the bench, whether he's playing 15, 20 minutes or not, or if he's just playing 10 minutes, just to have somebody of his mental IQ to help somebody like Wemby, Vassell, Castle, Harper, and help them grow into being a better basketball player. Why not?
And that's what you see. I mean, De'Aaron Fox, who you mentioned earlier, a veteran. I mean, I'm not comparing him to Russell, but I mean, he's
He's been
over
in the
there
league.
now.
I think he's been in the league, what, 9 years? 8 or 9
Yeah, that's
years,
what
I
I'm
believe.
saying. Like he's on the right team. He's about to get one, or he's got a good chance of it.
And then again, even if they don't win it this year, who's to say that the
Nothing
likelihood
to worry about.
they're gonna win one within the next 5 to 10 years, at least a handful. They're filling
I
up their
agree.
hands.
Not many people's gonna be able to beat him in a 7 game series. So let's just put it that way.
No,
You might get one
no.
here and there, but the next 5 years, I agree, they're gonna get a handful of chips, and it's gonna be back to that boring. The same team keeps winning. Well,
Stop them.
they fell into it. Yeah, exactly. Do something. Um, which SGA his performance. What do you think?
All right, SGA did what SGA does.
Yeah,
He performed the way that he's supposed to. I don't. It's still the whole. I feel like they didn't call as many of the flopping calls like they usually did. They actually lit
nope.
a lot. I think majority of the plays were down the middle. They were respectful. Some fouls were a little sketchy, but for the most part, SGA did what he was supposed to do. My biggest concern is Chet Holmgren didn't show up, but I think maybe 1 or 2 games out of the whole 7 game series. But Wemby was shutting him down, and then Wemby
Yeah,
was doing whatever he wanted on
yeah.
Chet,
Bullying
like
him.
just
I saw so many
manhandling him.
memes and videos. I'm like, oh my god! And they're like,
In
what do you
game
do? So
seven, I think he only shot 3 shots in game 7 and had like 2 points. You were ineffective.
no, you shouldn't even. You should have been taking a nap, pretty much.
Like
But
you
then you put in what's his name, and I mean the same thing. It's like, who can
he
stop this guy?
Wimby was just showing how dominant he is as a player this whole series. And it's like, even on their off days, he was still showing his ass off. Like he was still showing why he is who he is and who he's gonna be for the coming future. Like you have to you I don't know. I don't even know how you stop him.
I think what it takes to stop him, you can't have a young. You got to have an older veteran that just is not scared. Gets a couple of hard fouls on him. Even then, I don't know, but I feel like that's what it's going to take. You can't be
Yeah.
soft against that guy.
No, because he's gonna eat you alive. And this thing, this man is like looks like a twig.
I
Like he
know, bro.
doesn't have a lot of muscle, but yet he's still just outpowering you in the paint. And he's just you can't, I don't know. You got to slow him down, but I think even when you slow him down, I think the way the San Antonio's built, they're still able to make up for the lack of because
Right.
their their starting five is legit, and then their bench is still just as good. So I'm like, even though they should have won game one and they only lost by 10, that still doesn't give me like, oh, San Antonio's gonna lose this whole thing and they're gonna get blown out. I'm like,
Right. But,
this thing could go all the way to 7 games all over again.
yep. I agree.
And and I would be okay with that.
You think it's must win game two,
Oh, San Antonio they can't let New York go
bro?
home 2-0. They cannot. They can't afford that.
I think it's a sweep if they do. I think New York wants to
Because
win it.
if
They're
you
so
let
bad.
New York go back to Madison Square Garden up 2-0,
Oh my god.
the crowd is going to lose their marbles.
There's no
The
way they
fans,
lose
the
that game
that
there.
listen, I swear on everything, if they sweep the San Antonio Spurs and they win this at home, the city of New York is going to burn down.
I swear they are, because nobody.
It
I mean,
is
I don't even think
going to
they were
burn down.
expecting it this year to be this good. Like throughout the
They
season,
listen.
bro. We were talking about this.
If New York wins this, chaos will ensue for at least about 2 weeks
Oh, maybe more.
because
You won't hear the end of it.
they haven't won one in almost 50 plus years. And then the last time they were in the NBA finals was 27 years ago against the Spurs.
Oh shoot, and they lost it.
And they lost. This is a 27-year rematch.
I I don't see if Knicks can pull this off tomorrow. I think they sweep them. I'm just gonna say that. I don't think this Knicks will lose at home.
That crowd's gonna be loud from beginning to end.
Now, on the other hand, though, if Spurs can take it, Knicks ain't lost in 11 games, so they might
12,
feel some of
12
that.
technically with last
12.
night.
Oh yeah,
They've won technically 12 in a row as of last night.
they they might feel some of that if they lose just a little bit, but who knows? I just Spurs have to win tomorrow. I'm telling you,
They
my
have
man.
no option. They have no options but to win.
They're
It's
just
just
gonna if
like
it because that Knicks if they win that run, their confidence, momentum just builds even more. They're on the highest of high right now,
because you got to think people already counted them out before the finals even started.
bro. Yeah,
And you took game one, and then if you able to walk into New York on a 2-0 lead on and you being technically the underdog in this series by Vegas' stat line, and you're going into Madison Square Garden, one of the most iconic basketball arenas in the world, in a city that is hungry for another
bro.
championship.
They're
As
about
a
all
whole,
about it,
the whole city, because none of their teams have won a championship in a
bro.
long time.
And they still rock the stadiums out, and they haven't they fill
But
them stadiums still.
but for the Knicks, if the Knicks somehow, some way find a way to pull off this win and pull off a sweep, we're not gonna hear the end of this for a long
Ever,
time.
ever.
And then like this solidifies Jalen Brunson as a top guy in the league. Like he has to be
Oh,
considered one of at least top 5 playing in the league right now, current
right
active
now,
player. Like because if he carried this team,
and he did.
If he carries this team to an NBA championship and the NBA Finals MVP in New York,
dude, after 50
you're
years,
goated. You don't have to ever buy anything in the city of New York ever again.
no. And you got a full contract, full lifetime contract,
Listen,
bro.
you play how many games you want to play for the rest of your life.
That's all you got to say.
You listen. You will be a god in New York if you can bring the championship back to New York.
There'll
As
be
a
stuff
Knicks.
painted of him, dude. That place would go crazy,
Nuts. Street lights on the floor, cars flipped upside down,
They don't, and
trash
they don't.
cans
They
on
won't even
fire.
care. That's the thing. They'll
Listen,
be doing. Everybody will be doing it.
listen here, NYPD. If
Get
next
ready.
week y'all find out, you better have all your stuff ready. Because I'm telling you right now, if it gets to a game 4 and they're up 3, there's no way on this earth Knicks lose that game if they're up 3.
Bro, no. And
There's no way.
dude, you were talking about Josh Hart. I was looking at some of the stats last night. Plus 22 when he's on the court.
Josh, he's
Bro, what the heck
everywhere.
did this dude
And I think
come
he's only
from?
like 6'4". I think he's like 6'4". But he's just like he's averaging like I think
He got
maybe
15 rebounds last night.
how many of those were offensive rebounds? I think he had like 5 or 6 offensive rebounds, if I'm not mistaken.
Let me see. Wait, rebounds 15. 4. But bro, that's I
As a
want it
guard,
mindset, bro.
like he is all over the place. And this is the thing, he doesn't always go off offensively. He is like their little utility knife that's just everywhere on the court and doing what he's supposed to do, and he's good at it.
He had 3 points, but it's plus 22. That means he's
Because of
doing his job, bro. He's doing his
that he's
job,
doing.
and he don't care. He wants a ring.
I want
That's
my
what
ring.
3 points, bro, with plus 22, 15 boards. That's crazy. He only shot 5 times, so it's not like
playing your role to the best of your ability and not complaining about the shots that you're not going to get. Because that is not what basketball is about. We all know who the guy is. It's Jalen Brunson.
Right.
It runs through him. But even with Cat being a former number 1 overall pick, rookie of the year, he knows that, hey, in New York, I'm not the number 1 option, but I can be an option if my name is called up. We know that he could do what he has to do. But we all know Jalen Brunson is the guy. And everybody else is just falling in line.
Bro, that's a crazy
3 points,
stat.
15 rebounds, plus 22.
That's crazy. And then out rebounding Cat. Another thing is like you're getting down there to get the boards, bro. You don't have to have your big man to do it.
Like if that doesn't tell you like you're playing your role to the best of your
and
ability,
Wemby's down there.
he's got at least about a foot and a half on you,
bro. That's what I'm saying. That's a dude that wants it. The whole team, man. Like
they're playing basketball.
Shame again off the bench. 13. I'm just like his team, like they just wanted to. And now the thing is they've been averaging more than 10. All of them. Last night they had a down night. Only, I mean, but still, they find a way to win by 10.
Listen,
that's one thing you can't have happen, man. And then free throws. Spurs had way more.
I'm like the Spurs could have won that game easily. They could have. It's just New York just seemed like they wanted it more.
Is Spurs a 3-point shooting team?
For the most part.
11 for 43.
Yeah, they were chunking them up way too much.
They weren't dishing it. There's no way they were dishing it to Wemby.
I think Wemby shot like maybe 4 or 5 threes, but that's the one thing that when they did it with OKC, especially towards like the last 2-3 games with OKC, San Antonio, in my opinion, when they're hot, shoot them. But when you're cold, find other ways to get the ball in the basket. That's the one thing that I've always said. I'm like, you live by the 3, but you're gonna die by that 3 if you don't get it, if you're not hot. If you don't get on a hot streak with these 3s and you keep trying to chunk those up, you're gonna lose the game. You gotta find other ways. it's not saying to give up on the threes, but if
Right.
after like 3 or 4 consecutive series or runs, and
Relax.
you're not seeing that these shots are going in, hey, go get them corner shots, get the keys, get in the paint, get Wimby the ball, like cut, do something, get
Slow
that
it down.
momentum, right? Get that momentum going so that way the basket starts to get more open for you because now the inside's going to collapse because now you're shooting way too many twos, so now they're going to leave the outside open, and then that's going to leave the confidence to get those threes in. But if they're noticing you that you're shooting these threes and you're not going to make it, they're going to let you,
Right.
and they're going to and because you're not making them. 14 out of 40.
11 out of 43.
What was that? That's like what 20-some%.
It's 26%. Like,
Shoot them
go
all day.
ahead.
They're going to let.
Especially against the Knicks, you got to slow it down. This team has outscored everybody.
Yeah,
I
you
mean, they're
have
the
to
one, the
slow
highest
it
scoring team. You
down.
got to relax. You can't give them extra possessions. You can't run down there in 5 seconds after you miss
You
5
can't
times in a
because they're
row.
fast. You can't let them get in transition because they're going to beat you every time.
Right.
You have to slow this game down. Work at your strengths. Allow the game to come to you. Allow the basket to get bigger. Then, once you start to see that the bucket is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, then start chucking the threes. But don't just keep shooting 10, 15 threes in a row and it's like miss after miss and you only make 1 out of 5. Then you go to another streak of not missing. You miss like 4 or 5 and then you're missing out on opportunities.
Got to
Like,
figure it out on the run.
yeah.
Like, you're mid game, you got to figure something out. So what do the Knicks need to do to keep running or keep winning?
Whatever they've been
Same thing
doing,
they've been doing.
whatever.
That's right.
Listen, whatever pack they smoking, whatever drink they mixing with, whatever music
Whatever.
you listening to, whatever. However, if you ain't had a haircut this whole series, don't get one. If you ain't got a nothing, listen. Whatever it is that you've been doing for the last 12 games, don't change it.
They took the damn Space Jam juice, is what they've been doing. I'll tell you that. It looks like it. The
Whatever
Monstars.
game plan if you got to do adjustments here and there, fine. But for the most part, whatever it is whatever Coach Mike Brown is telling them in that locker room at the
Same
beginning of the
shit.
game and at halftime, run that back.
Word for word. You better get it word for word.
Run it back. Because at this
And
point,
we kind of just go ahead.
Because at this point, who's stopping the Knicks?
Nobody. Not one team can. And then on the other side, the Spurs, like, I think you just nailed it on the head. You got to slow it down. You got to figure it out if you want to win this because you're not stopping the Knicks. So 95 points ain't going to get it for you. Shooting 26% from three ain't going to get it for you. And getting out rebounded by Josh Hart ain't going to get it for you. They got out rebounded like crazy. And I don't think they've ran into that yet.
They have to slow down and they have to find their pace in the game and figure out what's gonna dominate. Because again, you've had spurts in game one where you had 15, 20 point leads. So it's like we know that you can beat them. But now when you get that lead, what are you doing to maintain it and not, getting careless and getting sloppy? You got to make sure that when you're transitioning from defense to offense that it's on pace, that everybody's on the same page and you're not doing careless turnovers. You're not just if you get across the court, half court line, and there's still 18 seconds, and you're just chunking up a three, that's not always a good basketball.
No.
You look at the court now. If you are running up the court and it's a 3-on-1, why are you shooting a three?
Bro, that's back in we would have got benched for that.
Like, especially if you got Wemby down here, or even Castle, cut it in
Anybody
there.
3-on-1, yeah.
Cut it in there and let them slam it. I'd rather get a certified 2-point bucket than the off chance that this 3-point don't go in.
Yep. I agree with you.
It's all about, listen, I don't care if I got a 20-point lead. I'm going to make sure that I leave no doubt on this floor that we are the most dominant team on this court.
And day get every bucket you can.
Every bucket. I don't care how it looks. I don't care if I only shot 10 threes the whole game. But if we win by 25 points because we were proficient in the paint and in the mid-range game, you're going to win every time. I'm tired of people slipping on the mid-range game. Their mid-range shots is gonna save everybody's life. I don't know who on this right mind thought that they need to get rid of the mid-range shot because it's not effective. You lying.
Every time I watch a game, if a guard pulls up right at the free throw, they hit it every time. They
That
practice
mid-range
it all
shot is
day, every
slept
day.
on.
3 is more than 2. That's all you hear. It don't matter if it don't go in. 2 is more than 0, buddy. I'll tell you that.
I want to be like the ones that say, "What's your percentage on the 3 and what's your percentage in the middle of the mid-range? Which one's going to be higher?" I'm telling you right now, if you take 10 shots in the 3 and miss all of them, but let's say you make 3, but I get 20 shots out of 2s, and I only miss the same amount. I'm like, I'd rather take my chances with the 2 ball.
Yep.
And knowing that I have a better shot of shooting an 18-footer versus a 26-footer.
Right. I mean, that's just simple math.
I'm like,
and they know that. It's just I don't know if they get up to by 10, 15 points, they want to make it even more and think they can expand it, or if they're down by 10, they got to chase. Chasing 10 points ain't a lot in the NBA.
no, and
They can make 10 points in 2 minutes.
Right, because if you got 4 minutes left in the game and you're only down by 10, you can make that up within a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
If you play right. If you play good defense and good transition offense, you can make that up. But if you're just chunking up threes,
it's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. Again, unless you're hot.
Right.
And you're trying to see if you got that streak. Again, 11 out of 43 is crazy. Nuts.
And you got Knicks 11 for 36. I mean, that's 31%. That's 5% more in 3-point range.
But what was the overall field goal percentage for the 2?
41% for 2 for the Knicks and 36% for 2 for the Spurs. Bro, it was a shock to me, man, last night. Last night.
San Antonio should have won that game, but they didn't. They cost themselves the game, and I don't think they're completely out of it. They have to win game 2 tomorrow.
Who do you got right now?
I still got the Spurs.
And you know this could change tomorrow because of Spurs.
I still got Spurs in 6.
Okay.
How that's gonna turn out definitely depends on tomorrow.
Yep.
Because again, if somehow by some miracle New York goes to back home up 2, that is gonna be a tough crowd to play against.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to go into there.
That is going to be mayhem.
As such a young team, too, there ain't no way they come back from that.
Like, it's one thing to have a 7-game series against OKC, right? Like, it was tough. It was mentally whatever. But it's like the crowd at OKC versus the crowd at MSG, not on the same level.
Miles apart. In a final, too. That hasn't seen OKC been there. They did it last year.
New York hasn't seen an NBA Finals in 27 years, and they haven't won one in over 50 years.
And the last time they lost.
You think they're going to be quiet?
No.
Absolutely not.
And you think anybody there is going to care? No.
No.
So you better be ready for some stuff.
They about to light Wemby's ears up.
Oh, yeah. But we're about to find out from him, man. I'm telling you, like you said.
I think this is going to be a good test for him. Mm-hmm. And I'm excited to see how this pans out for both teams. Because, again, I got the Spurs in 6, but if the Knicks win, I still wouldn't be upset because it's like the run that they've had is just insane.
And then if Wemby coming from the East side. Oh, right, the East is so weak. Well, let me go steal game 1 against your West champs.
But then if the San Antonio wins, like to say that Wemby won an NBA Finals at 22 years old,
going through the reigning champs and down 1 in the finals,
like that would be
with a young team around them,
with the second youngest team to ever go to a finals, and I think might be the youngest team to ever win.
If they do win,
if they do win. And to say that
I'll tell
you
you
were
what,
going you got Defensive Player of the Year, you came in second in MVP for the league, and then you went and you beat the champs and got the Western Conference MVP. And then if you go win the NBA Finals and win the NBA Finals MVP,
in his third,
second,
or second,
I think it's his third year.
third,
I think
yeah.
either
After
way,
the Spurs were down bad, you bring this guy in, bro. I do agree with you. If he can do this, he's got a very good chance to go down as the greatest player of all
like
time
because
when we're
again,
looking 10 years from now.
so let's see. He is 22 years old. He got drafted in 23, so this is his third year in the league. I think 23, 24, 24. Yeah, this is
Yeah,
third year in the league. Already been to one NBA Finals as a Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, a Western Conference Finals MVP, and who knows, could possibly still get a
a
ring
ring.
before he turns 23.
And if he gets the ring, he's Finals MVP. Go ahead and add that to it. There's nobody else is
Like
getting
to
it.
say
Yeah,
that you did all this in your third year in the league.
with young players, that's the big
That
thing too. Like,
with I think if I'm not mistaken, I think the average age was 23 for the Spurs right now. And it's like you have a first year head coach. You have
another big thing.
you have one of the youngest teams in the league. I'm like, to say that you don't have a setup for success for the next decade.
But dude, that coach is about to get
Listen,
extend him for as many games as he wants if he wins,
listen. Because if he could pull off a second coming of Coach Pop with these Spurs and
bro.
go on another like 5 to 6 championships in the next 10 years,
Tim Duncan,
that
Tony Parker, and who? I mean, it's gonna be the three.
because it's like oh, Kovu, relax, buddy, calm down. I'm almost done.
Look at him.
It's like I feel like San Antonio has a hell of a future moving forward, and I'm here for this. I'm here for the parity with like because we haven't had a back-to-back champion since the Warriors.
Here's a good stat to be in for Victor. Join LeBron and Kobe as one of three players aged 22 or younger to lead the team in scoring on the way to the NBA Finals this century. Bro, there you go, right there.
Listen,
God,
I'm excited for it. This is good basketball.
bro, it's awesome, and it's two new teams. Like, two new teams we got on the way to. They're probably going to be the teams to come, but there's still two new teams right now.
Yeah,
So
I'm
it's
like,
fun.
this is the eighth different champion in the last 8 years. There's not been a back-to-back ever in the 20s. There hasn't been a back-to-back in the 2020s,
Nope.
and it's like this is a great time to be in basketball right now. Like everything like is just to say that we're getting a rematch from 27 years ago of the two exact same teams and two markets that are just dying for to be noticeable again. And with New York being in a bigger market and San Antonio not being in as big a market as New York is, like these are two titans right now though, because you got San Antonio that had just one of the greatest runs with three out of the most incredible Spurs players with Parker, Ginobili, and Duncan, and then just that whole run, 5 championships in that whole run between all three of them, and then you fall off the map, and then you draft over the last 3 or 4 years to
Be
set up your
patient.
future. Like coach basically gave this man the keys to the city, and he's like, "Here you go. Now it's your turn." And your first full year as the head coach for the San Antonio Spurs, you
You
lead this
freaking.
young team to the NBA Finals.
Where was he before?
He was the assistant coach with Coach Pop for like the
Oh
last
my
3 4 years,
God, he's probably like
and
he was probably like this,
he was
bro.
in
Like, come
right.
on.
And so when Coach Pop stepped down middle of last year, he stepped in as the interim, and then um
You know them how big them shoes are to fill?
Listen, diabolical.
And you're doing it. You're
And
making
he's
him
doing a
proud.
great job. He's
Dude,
doing a great job.
bro, the best.
I
Him
got
and
no
White Brown,
complaints.
though.
Yeah. I'm happy for what's going on in the league right now. I'm ecstatic of what's going to happen. I'm excited to tune in tomorrow and see what happens in game two. Like, does San Antonio bounce back and take game two and even this up going into New York? Or does New York take this powerful lead going back home to New York? And it's just like,
See ya.
either way, even if
It's
San
gonna be
Antonio
great.
would,
That's what I'm saying. That's the thing is we could have a great game 7. We could have a great 4-0 sweep. To be honest, I mean
it could go either way.
that is
It could
wild to think about.
Like, this could be probably one of the best finals we've probably seen in a long time. And with two young teams.
Speaking of teams that never win anything, my Carolina boys, man, they're down 2-0 in hockey tonight. They're about to go down 2-0 in the finals.
I'm like,
We can't get a ship.
it's all right. Listen, y'all gonna get there one day. Somehow.
The Hornets they're young. They look decent this year, so
They got
we ain't got
potential
no
going into
Wemby,
next
but
year.
all right, my man. Anything else?
No, man, I'm just excited for tomorrow to see what that looks like and see what this final series is gonna look like.
You still first place up there on the board, by the way. Well, I'll get you next time you come on. I'll get another one for you.
All right.
I didn't have too much time today, so but I
It's
do
all good.
appreciate you coming on, my man. Thanks to
Always.
everyone watching out there. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't. First giveaway, boys. I'm telling you, see all them sports cards? One of you could get it if we get 100 subscribers. So go
Let's
share with
get
a few
it.
friends. Yeah, it's gonna be a good giveaway. Again, we didn't do the Do You Know Ball challenge tonight, but usually we do. Running that throughout the year. Top 5 at the end. Come back to the championship. So if you think you know ball, come on. But Paul, again, thanks, brother, so much. Always a great time having you on here
Absolutely.
and talking to you about ball. And I know you like all sports, so we'll be seeing you soon. I promise you that.
All
But
right, big
everybody,
bro.
hope you guys have a great weekend. See you at the window. Deuces.